waiting all year to be here, to ride the wave of the water frontier. The ocean's warm and the tunes are chill. We'll stand here till we get our fill. We're working hard and we're playing hard too. We're gonna do what we gotta do. Time to go big or go home. And I ain't going home, 'cause summer's on. And I'll be living on the beach. Left my shoes and all my troubles far away. 'Cause summer's on. The ocean's underneath my feet. And if the sun is out, I'll ride the waves all day. Everything we've ever wanted's right here. Don't wanna blink just to fight the fear that our time will pass way too fast. And I'll be dreaming of the beach another year. We're gonna have the time of our lives. Days and nights with the sun in our eyes. And a wild tide under bluest skies, tearing up the shoreline. 'Cause summer's on. And I'll be living on the beach. Left my shoes and all my troubles far away. 'Cause summer's on. The ocean's underneath my feet. And if the sun is out, I'll ride the waves all day. We're gonna ride away. The summer's on. And I'll be living on the beach. The summer's on. And I'll be living on the beach. Left my shoes and all my troubles far away. 'Cause summer's on. The ocean's underneath my feet. And if the sun is out, I'll ride the waves all day.
Okay, here we go. Now we're back at it. Hey, guess what happens when you take like a week off of streaming and you don't remember how to do anything? You forget to unmute your stuff.
Uh-oh.
Hey, how do you know I'm a real VTuber? Scuff right at the entrance.
It's
That's
perfect.
it's the calling card of all VTubers. We're scuffed from the beginning. Um, but yeah, no. Hey, we're back at it. We're in the middle of November. We're episode 34 in. Welcome everybody to our Sand and Shadow campaign, our 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons homebrew campaign set in the desert kingdom of Abucanasta. I'm your humble dungeon master, K. the Turtle VTuber. With me are three of my lovely intrepid investigators. We're down a couple because they are sick and the other one is tending to the sick. Uh, but yeah, you know what? It's been 3 weeks, at least since we were back here in Abacana. So let's go ahead and recap who our characters are, starting with Violet.
Hello, I'm Violet, the roguelike uh undead. I think we've settled on ghoul at this
I
point as
I
the most
think
accurate
ghoul is the
term.
most accurate term we have. Yes.
Um because ghoul is just such a generic term. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Um
Plus, zombie is so
who
derivative. So
zombie? No. Zombie everybody does
yeah,
zombies.
like I said, zombie's too derivative. So
Anyway, Violet is might be in a bit of trouble here because we have her life is starting to fall apart, but she hasn't really noticed yet.
going through, we have also Millennia with us. Please go ahead and remind us who Millennia is, Frog.
Millennia is a shifter fighter barbarian, so she can turn into kind of a werewolf, which is a lot of fun. She has lightning powers, a lot of fun. She's just here for a good time.
She's here, vibing.
Not getting a good time, but she's here for a good time.
Right, right. And then, of course, the fabulous princess. What do we have here? Remind us who you are, Lumi.
Hello. I play Whisper, aka the chaotic sorcerer who's basically just a soft bean inside, but has too many powers to handle.
Indeed, you do. Indeed, you do. Well, hey, let's. So where we last left off, you guys returned home to the Scarab City of Abucanasta, where you found the place had changed ever so subtly, at least in the not in like the big cityscape of things, but like in like the microcosms of where you all live and things of that nature. So specifically specifically not Abucanasta, specifically Blasvatan's Skada Aldin headquarters went through a major overhaul after the attack from the beginning of the campaign the from the Order of the Desert Winds assault. So they went through a major overhaul, and they seem to be planning some sort of big military adventure of some sort, which you guys found out. Well, specifically, Millennia and Scorb had found out that you guys that they are planning a military expedition in order to confirm some information related to the Order of the Desert Wind. You also you also had a meeting with the merchant prince, the of Blasphatan, Abika, who had summoned you after you returned from your trip through the Feywild to kind of just do a debriefing. You met some very high-ranking members of Abucanastan society, specifically here in Blasphatan. You met some high-ranking members of Abucanasta society. So you met Farim of the Necromantic Circle, one of the many necromancers who runs around throughout Blasphatan and Abucanasta with the various other necromancers to provide undead labors and things of that nature, or services that require an undead touch. You met Company Commander Pavarti, the leader of the Skada Aldin's 5th Legion, basically like the Skada Aldin SWAT division. You met with a a merchant, or not with a merchant, with a mercenary leader named Wolf, who is apparently under contract with the merchant prince of Blasphatan. And you met with the mysterious Madame Nadine, who is the head of the red light district here in Blasphatan. Um, you guys spoke about a lot of things relating to your journey through the Feywild, your experiences with the Cult of Golion and the Order of the Desert Wind, and through this meeting, you've all came to a decision that what is this? Okay, so this is
Bot, ban them,
Oh, they're
ban
gonna
them.
go
yeah,
away.
it's like yeah, like cool, awesome. I'm glad we're here.
I got
for
one of
this.
those too.
Yeah, it's like
Oh yeah, I get
awesome.
them all the time.
I love
Damn.
I love when bots are in. Wow, what a name! They're really making me work for this. Boom. All right, cool.
Whoa!
Amazing what happens when you only stream once a week. You're gonna get those weirdo bots. But anyways, back to it. Where are my notes? There it is. Okay. But you all, after having this meeting and explaining everything that's going on, the merchant prince thought it best. Abika thought it best that you all are delegated to your individual duties and specialties in order to kind of help figure out how to put a stop to the cult of Golion and possibly the Order of the Desert Wind, because you believe they are in cahoots with one another. Uh, you have been provided a new set of sending earrings by Ibika that allow you to directly link up to her, and it allows you guys to speak with each other within 1 mile radius of each other. That also makes it so that these specific earrings make it so that you guys can't have your psychic messages intercepted and listened upon. You still have your old earrings, which works in a universal sense, but those can be interrupted. Um, you've also been given a map of the entire country of Abu which should be in the chat's pinned messages, by Company Commander Pravarti. Uh, and then you've been given a lot actually, so I'm going through a list. You've been given a set of documents which should allow you to safely travel in between the scarab cities that have Abika's merchant prince symbol on them. They're just documents that allow you to travel freely without issues. And you've also been told you have, if you wish to continue working under the Merchant Prince, which you guys did agree to, you will have the full support of Blasphatan at your back. What that means to you or what that entails, you don't fully know, but you just know that you have the Merchant Prince's backing in terms of what support you are allowed. You've also been told that you've been given support by Wolf's Mercenary Company and by the Skada Audine, thanks to the discussions that you had here. Fareem is currently looking into solving the primary issue of solving the exploding corpse venom and how to best counteract it. And then Madame Nadine is sent off to gather information from a certain someone that they did not disclose during the meeting. As the meeting ended, you were also given two notations. Violet, you were given a special thieves' cant message using a set of very intricate but otherwise inconsequential hand gestures to most people by Madame Nadine to have the party speak with her as soon as they leave the meeting. And then you also received a telepathic message from Fareem of the Necromantic Circle to meet him in the archives, for he wishes to convey a message for you on behalf of Manas al-Farad, your master. And that is where we left off.
Yeah, a
Violet's
lot.
in trouble.
There's a lot.
There was a lot. So I'm going to ask the three of you, because I believe in the plot in the plot skill of bubbles, where everybody just is in a bubble, and then I'm going to drag them along like a Super Mario World style. They'll just follow you guys. What do you wish to do first?
Meeting with Madame, I think.
Yeah, that's probably the best.
Okay.
Madeline. Or
Nad-
Nadine.
Nadine.
I'm gonna
Nadine.
be real. I did not write
Did
down anybody's name.
I wrote her name down wrong up here. Nadine. Okay.
For if you want, I will provide you guys with the names of the characters here in the chat.
Okay.
They are bulleted, so that way they're easy for you to write. You don't have to write their epitaphs, you just have to write their names.
Perfect.
So there you go. So you have that for you. Okay, so you all exit the office of Merchant Prince Ibika, and you make your way into the central elevator, which brings you all the way back down to the archives. I need my model to work with me. As you exit into the central archives, you'll notice that that Fareem seems to be fuddling around with some books. He seems to already have like 3 stacks of books on a table that he's settled for himself. But with your passive perceptions, you don't see Madame Nadine here. At least in your
She told us to
purview.
meet down here?
She told you to meet her as soon as you were done.
Can
With
I
no
sniff her
particular
out?
location?
As
given?
far as you understand it, no. She didn't provide you a location, just to meet with her when you were done.
I'm assuming she was wearing like some sort of strong perfume.
I'll give that to you. That makes a lot of sense for a madam.
Yeah. Can I track that down?
Yeah, I believe you get
Awesome.
advantage on that because of your scent.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll that.
It'd be survival, right?
Yes, or perception, whichever one is higher.
Yeah, they're both +4. There's a nat 20, nat 24.
Wow. Yeah.
Yo, first nat 20
Wow. Okay,
Woo!
we're starting off strong.
of the campaign.
Yeah. Of the
Of
session.
campaign.
Of
The
the
entire
campaign.
campaign.
The entire campaign. No nat 20s. None on 34 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, sir. It's interesting. Like she wears a strong perfume, but it has a very this is oxymoronic. It's a strong perfume, but it's subtle in its fragrance, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Like it's designed to be a very like subtle perfume where it actually just gets stronger the closer you are. With that being said, however, you do track her scent that you picked up when you were in the meeting with her and the other delegates. She's just off to the right in another section of the archive. It seems that she was waiting for you all to come down.
Ah.
Well, we should approach her.
Yeah, clear throat as we approach. Madam?
She turns her head. She has a book in her hands, and she turns her head over, and she goes, "Ah, I see you finished your meeting." And she kind of like glances off side to side to see if anybody's like eavesdropping. Follow me over here, if you. And she closes the book, places it back on the bookshelf, and then she begins to saunter off to the far end of the hall.
Yeah, we follow.
Yeah. Yep.
So as you guys continue through the hall, you see a couple of the archivists kind of obviously give glances to Madame Nadine, and then you see she sees you 3 ladies walking behind her, and it's almost like a weird, like, half-knowing glance, like, ah, I got it, and then they just kind of go back to their work, but, like, clearly there's something else going on. But as she walks over, you see that there's a door at the end of the hall here. And one of the archivists nods and then opens it for her to enter. do you follow through?
Yes.
Okay. As the three of you follow in, the door closes gently behind you, um, and then you see within this room. It looks like another small meeting room of sorts. It's got like a small table that can hold maybe 6 people at maximum here. Very nice chairs, and the walls are very sparsely decorated. There's a single bookshelf off in the right corner, and then the symbol um, of the black cats is just sort of emblazoned in the back, or just sort of printed on the back wall. And she takes the seat at the far end of the table, and she goes, "Please sit down. We have much to discuss."
Oh boy.
Of course.
Yep.
So, how was your journey in the Feywild?
A lot.
Putting it lightly.
It was alright.
That's it. Just all right. No.
I mean, she's from there.
It was a nice little vacation, so I didn't mind.
I mean, anything else in particular you're interested in? Or anything in specific you're interested in is the actual wording that I would actually say.
As a normal human being.
Yeah.
As what normal human beings say. She puts her index fingers to her lips and she contemplates for a moment. How is Damien doing?
Well,
Fine,
Visper?
I guess. Nothing really seemed different.
He's still healthy?
Yes.
Is he still a little bit of a space cadet?
Huh?
What the hell is a space cadet?
That's my question too.
You all passed the test. I'm like, let's see if we're really in character real fast. I'm gonna throw this
Nope.
one out. See if they're still in character here. Yep, okay, good. Y'all passed the test. Alright, cool. Skill check achieved. She goes, is he still a little flighty? Like does he still just like fly off the handle every once in a while, or
Not that I know of. I don't think so.
so he doesn't just like have like random moments where he just disappears and then reappears again?
I mean, he did
Yeah,
that
kind
like,
of.
all the time.
Yeah, but I mean, he kind of just enjoyed teleporting.
Oh, he can
Yeah.
teleport now.
Oh, you didn't know that about him?
Hmm.
Maybe.
Can I insight check her just to get kind of her whole like
Vibe
for this
check.
questioning? Yeah.
Yeah, go for it. Vibe check. Roll it insight.
That's a 9.
As far as you understand it, she's just genuinely curious.
Yep. All right. Checks out.
It's like, weird, but I'll let it slide.
Maybe we should be charging you for anything else.
Oh, that won't be necessary. Do you have a way to contact to contact him?
Yeah.
I insist that you don't answer until we have some payment. But I guess not.
Two
Oh,
very
Vesper, we need to
different.
work on this.
I'm sorry. I didn't pick up on y'all context clues. I shall go and sit in a corner now.
No, stay at the table.
You're already in a chair.
Alright.
Well, when next you meet him and your mother, can you please send them this letter? And then she just like snaps her fingers, and like this puff of purple crimson mist appears, and and this velvet red letter with a wax seal is on it. And then she just slides it over to you guys. Just
What's
whenever
the
you have
wax
the
seal of?
it's a symbol of her bordello.
Okay. Huh.
Very well.
Mhm. I
Oh.
shall be taking that.
Wonderful. That was it.
It's not like a hidden poison or anything that explodes in their face when they open it, is it?
Oh, Damien's too strong for that stupid thing.
Okay.
But you're more than welcome to, identify or do whatever you need to sate your curiosity.
I want to know what's in that letter.
No, don't open it. There's a wax
But
seal
I
for a
want.
reason.
I know,
Yeah.
but I'm curious.
Whisper.
You'll
It's
find out when
just
you
a
give it to
tiny
your
peek.
dad.
I don't think he'll let me read it. It's a tiny peek.
Well,
No.
whatever. It's your thing to deliver. I've got other business to attend to.
All right.
Was there
Yeah.
anything else, or
No, that was all. I just needed to make
Okay.
sure that he was alive so that way you can deliver a letter.
I see. Okay.
You may go now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awkward.
Violet's immediately going to sort of break off from the group to meet with our good
Yes.
friend the necromancer.
Yes. Okay. So you immediately break
Fareem.
off. Yeah. You immediately break off to meet Fareem. He's on the other side. You see that he's back at it. He has his large tome. He has this like very like withered quill, and he's just going to town, writing down. He's mumbling his thoughts to himself.
I'll like stand over his shoulder for a moment if he hasn't noticed me by now. And then just tap him on the shoulder.
Okay, so as you tap him on the shoulder, he goes, "Ah, Violet, please, sit down. I'll just be a moment." And he just finishes scribbling whatever it is he's trying to write down. Okay. It's just this heavy thud of one end of the book to the other. All right.
Mm.
Have you spoken to Manas recently? Or...
It's been a while.
Oh,
A
I
couple
see.
weeks.
Oh, a couple of weeks. Okay. That makes sense. You've been out and adventuring, of course. You've been.
Yes.
I see. So you don't know where he is right now, would you?
No, I don't. I
Ah.
thought you said you had a message from him.
Oh, I do. I just I haven't heard from him since he gave me the message, so I was just curious if maybe you knew.
I can ask back at Dead and Labor.
We tried that first, and that imp is not very helpful. Did you know that? He's kind of a dick.
Imp?
The flying familiar thing that mans the desk.
Oh, the homunculus.
Yes, that one. Yes.
Hey, Yeah. Anyway, what's this message?
Ah, yes. 1 moment here. May I borrow your arm?
Like fully or like?
Just like roll up your sleeve a little. That's all.
Okay.
So, so do you roll up your sleeve for him?
Yeah.
What arm are you using, left or right?
Left.
Oh,
Okay.
always a good question.
Oh, it's a good starting question. So he takes his quill, and then you notice that his eyes turn into like this eldritch like green, and then he just pricks you with the quill, and then you feel this energy course through your veins as a mental image of Manas Al Farad appears in your mind's eye. It's almost like a recording. Um and and it follows as such. You see him, and he's like, he has his hand steepled, and he's just like, are you catching? Yes, yes, I'm recording everything in the book. Oh, okay, good, good, good. Violet, my favorite. Um, so, uh, I noticed that my familiar was obliterated. I hope
Ooh,
you're alive. Though that's weird to say. I know you're alive, but I was hoping you were going to message me of my familiar's destruction. Don't worry, you're not in trouble. You're not in trouble. It's like an early warning system, so to speak. Well, by the time you return, you'll be receiving this message from one of the people from the necromantic order. This is what was your name again? Farim. Yeah, Farim. Thank you. So I will be traveling around Abukun Asta handling some business. So I will be gone for the foreseeable future. You are to continue your quest for that Air Genasi that I had you look into, and do not worry about the shop. I'm pretty sure Hansy and the homunculus will take care of things just fine. Uh, we finally figured out the issue with the skeletons and the broom. We fixed that. So hopefully they won't use the wrong end of the broom anymore. Uh, yeah, I think that's about it. If you could just like keep an eye for that Air Genasi and look for that relic on my behalf, that'd be great. I'm gonna do my own investigation and I'll contact you when the time is right. But just know that so long as you are alive, so am I. That should be comforting. Right. Well, I've got to start packing now, and I believe that's everything. Yeah, I think that's the entire message. You're not still recording at, and that's when the image just stops.
Um.
And then he pulls the quill from you, and he goes,
Well, he said he'd contact me when when the time is right. I'm definitely going to check on Dead End Labor. I know you said you checked there, but maybe they'll be more receptive to me.
by all means, yes. You are more than you can do whatever you want now, I believe. Just keep in mind with that, what is it, that deal that you had with him, yes? And then I am going to look into cadavers for poisons.
Have fun.
Yes. You too. Yes.
That's the closest word I can think of.
Ah. Um. Good luck on your investigations. Um. Uh, and he just like pulls a random book and just like opens it and just trying to like pretend that he's reading it.
Okay. Relic. What relic was he asking me to find? Um,
It's been months since I mentioned
Yeah.
this relic. Um,
Yeah.
so the relic you were looking into is a relic. I don't remember if we actually spoke about what the relic is called. I just remember mentioning a relic that only Air Genasi can wield.
Oh, and that was the point of him needing the Air Genasi
Yes,
alive.
that's why he needed an
Right.
Air Genasi alive. But it seems that now that he's asking you to seek the Air Genasi who holds the relic in general.
Hmm.
Um, if it's in your notes, DM me. If not, then I will. Then we can look into it. But it was in relation to you looking into the Air Genasi cases from the beginning of the campaign.
Right. Okay. Well, I don't think I have that in my notes currently, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, well, like I
Anyway.
said, I'll if not, then that's totally fine. It'll be like a role play thing. It'll be a character thing. I don't
Yeah.
remember. It's been a hellish couple of weeks.
Yeah. Oh God. Anyway.
What would you wish to do now?
Go home to Dead End Labor.
Go to sleep.
I haven't been there since I got back to Blasvatan.
Correct. That is correct. And then what of the rest of you? What would you two like to do?
I think we should get in contact with Damien and get that letter to him as soon as possible. What do you think, Whisper?
Yep, I was thinking the same thing.
Alrighty. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna pan over to you two, and we'll just say for the time being, Violet, you are walking to Dead End Labor. So where are you guys going to have this conversation, or are you just like doing this in the archives?
We're probably gonna go outside. So that way it's not, a thing when if Damien sends a goblin.
Be pretty wild.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Do you guys go anywhere specifically outside, or do you like go to a shop? Where do you guys? Where you just gotta go outside and then just make the call?
Should find somewhere isolated, probably.
I'm asking these things because I need to know ahead of time how wild I get to be.
Yeah, that's true.
An alleyway?
Smart idea, Visper. Good job.
Yay.
At this point, Visper needs to start taking levels of rogue.
We're
I
just
think-
slowly encouraging her.
I do think levels of rogue would apply for pretty much anyone in the party.
Right? Or at least just to get like rogue proficiencies.
How about like a level in the sidekick expert class?
Maybe, but that's specifically for NPC characters. Oh, that'd be funny. All right, cool. So you guys walk out of the archives and off onto the main streets, and you find yourself what looks to be a secluded enough hallway or alleyway. Yeah, that seems to be about all you do.
Yep. You still have the mirror, right, Whisper?
Yeah, I should. I think.
What do you mean
Maybe.
you should?
Let me check. Let me check. All right, I got it.
Never in my life has
Okay.
a DM been more concerned about whether or not a player who's supposed to have an item not have an item. Like, okay, so you pull out the mirror.
Mhm.
Okay, so as you pull out the mirror and you look deeply into it, um, you start to see the mirrors. You see the mirror ripple a little bit, and then you hear muffled voices once more. Uh,
Oh,
and and then and then you see, but all you see is darkness from your side.
are they sitting on the mirror?
You know, um, they, uh, and then uh, uh, and then you hear a where is it? What? Oh, there it is. And then you see the shadow become a blinding light as you look down, as you look up, and you see Greckleston is holding the mirror as he's looking down at it. Ah, Your Majesties, your daughter is calling once more. Oh, okay, okay. And they reach for the mirror, and you see your mother has held the mirror upright, and you don't see your dad anywhere in the mirror. She goes, "Sweetie, it's only been a few hours since you last contacted us. What did you do this time?"
She
I
didn't do
didn't do.
anything.
See, I didn't do anything. I've been good in the past few hours, but we have a letter specifically for Dad. So,
Oh,
And
from
also
who?
you, I guess. It was vague.
Oh, who's
yeah.
it from?
Madame
I forgot
Nadine.
her name.
Two different answers. One from the child, the other one from the bodyguard. It's like, uh,
Two character accurate answers.
two
Yep.
character accurate answers. Your mother looks befuddled as she goes, "You both spoke at the same time. Who?"
Madame Nadine.
Oh. Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
she was asking how Damien was, and then we were like, fine, and then she's like, I have a letter for him if he's still alive, and like, yeah, he's still alive, so
Okay, what? One moment, please. One moment. And then she like places the mirror face down on a pillow, and you just hear muffled noise, and then you just hear a Damien!
yep, there it is.
And then he's like, what happened? What did I do? You have a letter. Oh, wait, where is it? Your daughter has it. Oh, okay. Well, where's she? And then he's like, oh, got it. Hey, Sugar Plum, how's it going?
Hi, it's going good. I really didn't do that much, but I'm working on stealth, so that's
Yeah, I can.
cool.
Yeah, I can tell you're in a grungy looking alleyway. That's a good improvement for the stealth thing. Um, your private room would work too.
Oh yeah, you have a private room now.
Yeah, I forgot. So almost there, but still
Oh no,
working
this is
plugging
no, no,
along.
this is good espionage 101. You start with a dark alley, you know, and there's only two ways in, two ways out sort of deal, At least you can run away from either direction unless you're surrounded. Then in that case you better start learning how to scale walls. Um
If you
but
can teleport.
or or if you're like your old man here, you can do the old psych and. I don't know about your friend, but you can.
I can climb walls apparently now because of the potion that Greckleston made.
That's actually kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
That's something
my
else.
fingers feel weird, but
Oh. Uh. Hey, Grackleston, are those side effects permanent or they should go away with a good night's rest?
it's been longer than that.
Side effects may vary, and he walks away.
Alright. Anyway, Damien, we have a letter for you.
Oh yeah?
from Madame Nadine.
Shit.
Oh, it's that sort of thing, is it?
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We are going to send a goblin to actually, you know what? We probably shouldn't send goblins anymore. Hey, here's what you're gonna do. You know that you still got that magic circle that I sent you a while ago?
What's in the market?
Yes, I should.
Cool.
It's
I'm
in
gonna
the
need you to,
market somewhere.
cool. I'm gonna need you to draw a new one.
Do you remember
Alright.
how it goes?
No,
Oh.
Lucky for you.
but we
And-
can try.
No, lucky for you. And then he just like has a slip of paper. I have copies.
Okay.
Oh, cool. I didn't want to send it somewhere to like a weird, dark.
Yeah, you should really start making. You should really start making
Okay.
scrolls of this thing if we're gonna keep having these kind of conversations. You know what I mean? Maybe,
Yeah, I
maybe,
remember the
speak
last
to like
time that
a.
happened.
Yeah, maybe speak to like a wizard friend. Do you have a wizard friend?
Kind of.
Not
Oh,
kinda. Yeah.
No, you got a friend that can make scrolls. Cause I'll tell you right now, those are gonna be real helpful in the future.
We
You should
can
get,
ask.
and that's that. Hey, you know what? That never hurts. Never hurts to ask.
Yep.
Unless you're part of like some weird like wizard mafia thing, then definitely don't ask. But like, you guys have
I
wizard
don't
mafia
think-
still? Is that a thing still, or is that like a
Still?
make a history check?
How was that? Has that been a thing?
Yeah, make a history check.
That's 24. That was a nat 20.
Okay. Wait, what?
I rolled a nat 20.
Jesus.
oh my god.
I mean, you've
Millennia
never.
the lore master.
Yeah. Okay. So
It was a weird hyper obsession for a little
it's a
bit.
weird offshoot lore here. Somewhere in the not in the country, somewhere on the continent, there was a sort of like magic mafia of sorts. There was like this huge magic family that that used to take control of a very large chunk of a country that you are unfamiliar with. That may be what he's referring to.
Okay.
Is like there's a small country on this continent where there's definitely a very prominent magical family, but he constituted as a mob.
I see.
And that's why he goes, is that still a thing? Is that like a do they still have those?
Maybe. I might have to read into that a little bit more, but maybe.
Yeah, you should look into that. I don't want Visper getting in with the wrong crowd.
Understood.
No worries about that.
Yeah, no
We're not
worries.
here.
I'm all good.
You didn't like meet Violet all that thoroughly,
Okay,
right?
okay.
He didn't speak to Violet enough.
I mean, you guys had dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you sat
Plus,
down
I
and broke
can do
bread
fine
together.
on my own, so
Yeah,
there's no need
no,
to
no,
worry
no,
about
no.
that.
No. I believe you, sweetie. I know you can take care of yourself. I'm just saying, don't mess with the mob.
Always a good
Gotcha.
life lesson.
Yeah. All right, so you're just gonna draw a small version of this circle here. It's gonna take you like 10 minutes. So I'll wait. I'll hold
Alright.
I'll hold the paper up. Have your friend hold the mirror up so that way you can draw it.
Yep, I'll do that.
All right.
So you spent the better part of 10 minutes drawing in the dirt. And he goes, okay, now place the letter down.
All right.
Is the letter on there?
Yep.
All right,
on
cool.
there.
All right, cool. Now you're just gonna send your magic through the magic circle like you did last time, and then it should appear here in my hand. All right?
All right.
Okay. So, so as you send magic through the circle, I need you to roll a d20 for me.
Oh
Not
no.
Not a. Yeah,
Okay.
roll a d20 for me.
Oh no.
Come on, lucky roll. Lucky roll number.
You have a 1 to
okay,
13.
sorry. I got a
No.
7.
So
The streak ends.
it's been a while. This is a long time coming. Hey, you know what? On
His
the
hair
upside.
stands on end. It just goes, oh shit.
Okay, so you rolled a 7.
Something just happened.
So cool. Go ahead and roll me a percentile D100.
Alright.
Watch her turn
Right,
blue
here's
again.
the D100. I got an 18.
Roll again.
Alright.
Because this one already happened, and I want a new one.
Oh, okay. I was like, what, is this the fireball?
No. What'd you get?
A 52.
52. Okay. Sure. Why the fuck not? Both are relatively useless. But
Yep.
okay. So on a 52, a spectral shield hovers near you for the next minute, granting you a +2 bonus to your armor class and immunity to magic missile. You effectively have the shield spell cast on you, except at a reduced power. I'll take that because I didn't like the other one. I'm like, no, not again. We're doing a new one. All right. So on a nat 1, you roll wild magic once again. Man, 13 though. That was wild.
Yep.
It was bound to pop eventually. Alrighty. So continuing through. So yeah, you just have to. So you feel your magic surge off of your body and form this translucent shield of energy that just sort of hovers around you like a satellite in orbit. As the letter disappears and then it appears in your dad's hand. All right, let's go see what my sister wants now.
Sister.
Mister.
Oh yeah, you never met her because you were stuck here all this time. Yeah, you have a sister, or I have a sister in the. Anyways, Madam Nadine's my sister. She's your aunt, so
How did I never know about this?
you never asked.
Do we have to worry
Yeah.
about any other siblings?
Do you plan
As
on
one of the
coming back
siblings
to
in the mafia.
Do you plan on traveling back to the Feywild at any point in time?
You know,
Whisper does.
can't. Yeah, Visper obviously
Yeah.
does. The rest of us, I have no idea.
Okay. Well, on your mom's side, she has 3 other sisters.
The other or I'm not there.
Good catch. Good catch.
Disembodied voice.
One of them is De Mordella, right?
Yes. Yeah. Well,
Okay.
no. Well, yes and no. How do I explain
Oh.
this?
Also, is she single? Just throwing it out there.
That's a question best left unanswered.
Okay.
From me. From me.
Okay,
I can't
alright.
answer that question. All right, so let's see here. How are you
It was
doing?
worth a shot.
It's like, how are you doing? Okay. The kids are doing good. Okay, yeah. All right. Oh, okay. That's good to know. All right, cool. Hey, so, good news is I'm not in trouble this time, and he just like tucks it into like one of his many pockets on his coat.
Well, that's good.
What did the note say?
Well, it was mostly well wishes. In fact, it was mostly well wishes, and that she said that she has been she is willing to further your training should you wish to come see her at her bordello.
Hey, there you go.
Ooh.
And that I owe her some. And that I owe her one. Again.
Ooh.
It's okay. It's usually mundane. Like she wants flowers from the Feywild or something. She'll contact me.
Alright.
Oh, she also wants my contact information apparently. So like I mean I can't just give her the mirror, but I mean like if you could like have somebody craft her a mirror or something, or maybe we can craft a mirror. Can we craft a mirror? Is that a thing we can do or
I mean, we had to go through an entire dungeon to get this mirror.
Right, yeah, you know, so it'd be a little weird if we
If
just craft a
anybody
new
could just
one.
craft, yeah, like that's ridiculous.
I mean, like, okay,
I mean, you can reverse engineer it from here. I'm not here.
man, you
Just
are
there.
man, these metagaming
voice.
pigeons are really wild this Man, these rats really got a lot to say.
Uh,
Violet communicates through centipedes.
Metagaming bugs. It's just so weird. This is so wild. Okay, how about this? You know, since you gotta like have a guy get some scrolls for you, you might as well see if they can like, I don't know, replicate a magic item or something. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, maybe. Oh,
Alright.
you know what? Maybe my sister knows someone. She knows everybody.
oh, maybe you can ask her.
Yeah.
Be
So-
a good break the ice thing with your aunt.
Yeah. Yeah. Talk business first. That's usually a good icebreaker.
Don't take advice from me. I don't have a family.
That's sad.
Nah. It's
You
a
sh-
long story. I don't want to get into it. It's
All right,
fine.
well, that's cool. Hey, you know, after all this is done, do you want to just stay here where it's happy? It's like,
We'll
that was-
see what happens.
yeah,
I
that
got
was-
some things that are waiting.
yeah, okay, 'cause that was a lot to take in at once. I'll be real with you, and I'm a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. I am too, in a different way.
Man, that nightmare creature really fucked you all up, huh?
A little bit.
All right, well, hey, on the upside, nightmare creature doesn't go around up in the material plane, so that's a thing. That's a bonus.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
All right, cool. So, in the meantime, get more scrolls. Remember that symbol. Maybe like write it. Maybe like draw it in your book or something, sweetheart. That way you could always have that symbol just ready to go. You know?
Alright.
Yeah. And
And
maybe,
make
like-
sure to do that.
yeah, and I don't know, like give it to your auntie or something. It'd be, you know what? Honestly, she likes writing letters. Maybe not the mirror thing, but like just give her like a magic circle piece of paper, so that way she could just draw it over and over. You know.
You can't believe that you have a sister. That's like mind blowing.
You know what's mind blowing? Having a 21-year-old daughter when she was 16. Like a week ago.
Magic.
Yeah, magic. Yeah.
He's not actually.
Isn't she just 20?
I don't.
Does
not
that even
actually
count? Because I mean,
20.
like,
She's not actually 20 because she didn't actually like live the years. She just her
Yeah.
body grew to 20.
also
Like-
she's an elf. Like, does that little time matter?
Him being a half elf does.
How long do I even live for?
Well, are you asking that as a person? Are you asking that as a player or as a character? Like that's a legitimate question that I have. to ask.
Character. Character.
Well, that's a question best left to your mom. And and I'm not gonna talk more on that. But just know that you're gonna live a very long and healthy life. So long as you don't get into too much trouble and don't talk to the wizard mafia.
All right, noted.
Yeah.
Do not
Hey,
talk to wizard mafia. I think the regular mafia is fine. Period.
no, no,
Anyways,
no, 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 no. Wrong lesson to take from this. No mafia is good.
I'm gonna have an army.
You might say you don't want to be in a not mafia.
Not mafia.
I didn't know how to make this work
It's like
as a fun.
Whisper starts her own family. It's not a mafia though.
It's
I
a
have
crime family.
I think
We call this a business.
you'll have Violet as a lifelong friend at least.
Yeah, that was out of
no.
character.
Yeah.
We'll see. Uh-oh.
All right, well, if that's all, I love you, and well, I mean, your mom also loves you. Greckleston, healthily respects and loves you. Your siblings love you, and uh, uh, um, yeah.
Good
Gotcha.
talking to you,
I
sir.
understand.
Okay, bye. And he just like flips the mirror upside down back on the pillow.
Did he
All
hang
right.
up?
He doesn't know how to hang up the mirror.
I think we just unfocus and then it just hangs up.
Yeah, effectively.
You stop
Yeah,
concentrating.
you stop focusing. Yeah, you just stop concentrating on the mirror and just like returns to being a normal hand mirror.
All right. Well, cool. You have an ant. Another ant.
I am still shocked about that fact.
Is Dame Ardella your aunt by blood?
I don't
Is
Or
know.
she
Dame
just,
Ardella
like-
your ant by blood?
Oh,
Heading over to dead end labor, so that way.
sorry.
Mafia
This is
can-
the
want
problem
to
with
date my
splitting
aunt?
parties.
Yeah.
This is the problem with splitting me from the party.
You have so much to say.
You know
Uh,
that one meme? This is out of character, by the way. But you know that one meme where it's like this person just looking at this other person and like, what are you talking about? I need to find the image, what the one where it's like this person just have like a blank, no thoughts face, and then the other person's like, what did you just say? That's
No, I've
essentially
never
Whisper
seen that
when
meme, but it sounds entertaining.
I need to send it in the Discord. That's essentially Whisper's face when Millennia said, is she single? Like, you want to date my aunt?
He's cool, all right?
Don't flirt with her aunt in front of her.
It wasn't with her in front of her. It was asking a question to her dad. It was different. It was still not great, but it was different.
So going back to dead end labor. You enter in and you see that the and you see that the sweeping skeleton is sweeping with the right end of the broom. And then it looks up at you and it waves like a normal human being.
Awesome. There's one spark of light in this.
You see Hansy just kind of like crawl up and then look at you and then kind of wave as well.
Hello, I'm back.
Just gives you a thumbs up.
Where'd Facade go?
If a single hand can gesture a shrug, it's doing that.
It's not in the building right now?
It does the hand gesture of like cutting people off. It's a symbol of no.
Um, I'm a little bit flabbergasted at that. What about Manas?
Oh, I thought you were referring to Manas.
No, like I'm asking no, Facade is the homunculus.
Yes, yeah. I thought you said Farad. That's where my confusion went. Yeah, no,
Oh,
yeah, yeah. So it just kind of like shrugs, like it doesn't know where Facade is, and then where Manas it also shrugs once more.
did they leave together or separately?
Uh,
Separately.
the Hansy kind of like waves like a whoa, hold on, no. But it's really hard to emote with a singular hand when it can't speak.
It can't do sign language either because that needs two hands.
That needs at least two hands. Yeah.
Morse code.
Just fucking starts tapping on the table. So you see, Hansy. It's like, Hansy walks over, or crawls over, more like, to a book that it has on the counter, and then it just starts tapping on the book.
Yeah, I'll read the book.
Okay. So as you make your way to the book, you notice that it has a picture of Facade in the book,
Okay.
and then you see Hansy, and it's doing spirit fingers.
Like disappeared?
No. It shakes its
What
hand,
is-
and it like it points to you, and it points to Facade, and then it does spirit fingers.
Spirit fingers.
I'm gonna have to ask you as a player. Do you know what spirit fingers are?
I don't think so.
Okay, hold on.
Oh.
Is this
The pain.
I looked it up on Google. Is this an old movie?
It is an old movie. It's a cheerleading movie.
Yeah.
So, but that's spirit fingers. Basically, you have your hands stretched out, and then your fingers are wiggling up and down. It's an indication of people sometimes refer them as jazz fingers, but that's wrong.
Mm,
Well, I mean, it's not technically wrong. It's actually more accurate, but like, I can't jazz hands with a single hand.
right.
So spirit fingers. The fact that I have to explain what spirit fingers are hurts me.
I'm too youngin.
I noticed. You're a great player, though. I love you.
What was I gonna say? I'm not really sure how to interpret that.
You can roll an insight check if you would like.
Yeah, that works. 12.
It's asking you to cast magic on the picture.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll prestidigitate the picture.
Okay. What do you do with prestidigitation on the picture?
It's mostly just like, here's my cantrip for miscellaneous magic.
Got you.
Yeah.
Like, sure, magic.
Yeah.
As you cast magic over the image of facade, the image begins to undulate and sort of push out from the page as if it's trying to break free from a confine of some sort before it inevitably like rips out of the page and it turns back into facade and he's like, whew, ah, all right. Hey, thanks, Hansy. Appreciate it. And you just see Hansy just like give a thumbs up before it crawls back into wherever it goes. eh. Violet, you're back.
Yeah. Is that normal? Is that how you're normally summoned? I don't think I've actually ever seen that.
No, I was taking a nap. Um,
Okay.
I was taking a nap, and you know, I told Hansy, you know, whenever somebody comes in who's like a customer or something, because you know we usually only deal with like magical people,
Right.
right? That if they want services, that they just cast a little bit of magic on the book, and then I'll come up, and then yeah.
Okay. So you've been running the shop.
Yes, I have
Because I
been
was
running the shop
worried.
while the master
Okay.
is away. Yes.
Okay. Do you know where he went?
He went on a research expedition with the other necromancers, is what I was told.
The other necromancers in general?
Yes, apparently him and 6 other necromancers, I believe it's what it was. Let me pull up my book, and he like pulls up he like rushes back and grabs like a book. It was, yes, him and the 6 other major necromancers from the Scarab cities are on a research expedition.
The major necromancers, like head necromancers of the.
Yeah, so you know how like we have like our circle here in Blasphatan?
Right.
Right. So Manas recently just got promoted to head necromancer of our circle. And so now him and the other 6 necromancer circle heads are going on a research expedition. Apparently it's like a team building thing, except it's more like from how I understand it, it's like you have like a party, except it's like a research party, but it's more like it's more like a team building retreat sort of thing, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you get it, right? Like it's like a sleepover, but with like really high, you know, really up in there necromancers, and they're doing like nerd things.
Yeah. Wizards.
Yeah, wizards. Yeah, that's the word, wizards. Yeah, it's like a wizard thing.
Yeah. Did he say how long he'd be gone, or?
No.
Got it.
Um,
We have like no way of contacting him.
he said that he'll contact us. That's how, at least that's
I
what,
mean, yeah.
yeah, you know, that's how he normally does it. I kept your room clean.
From. Thanks.
Yeah, you know, he told me to keep your room clean, so, you know.
I haven't been up there in so long, actually.
Yeah, there were literal dust bunnies collecting underneath the bed.
Huh.
Yeah, they breed pretty quickly, dust bunnies.
Well,
He did say that the lab is for you to use if you want. You just you go to the basement and you know you can use the lab.
well, that might be useful, actually.
Yeah, yeah. Was there anything else you needed to know, or? Oh, did you see? We fixed the skeleton with the broom.
Yes, thank the gods.
The skeleton then looks over and then just gives you guys a thumbs up before continuing the sweep.
hmm. Do I need anything else here from up here?
I don't know. Do you want to like rest and
Thinking.
have like a cup of tea or like a coffee, or I don't know, you want to hang out with your old pals Facade and Hansy for the day, you know? And
Well, I
you see
can't
Hansy just
taste, and
and you see
coffee does
Hansy
nothing for me.
and you see Hansy's just like raising the finger, raising the hand, like, come on, you know you wanna.
Over the gem, we have no like immediate like time pressing gotta do it today or the world ends, right?
No, not that I think we do. Your shuffling of notes. No, I mean pretty much the only thing we got going on is eventually catching up with Scaraldine wherever they fuck they went. But no, we're
Right.
good for today.
Okay, I'm gonna rest for like a day.
Sounds good.
So
Eh,
if anything horribly awful comes up, contact me. Otherwise, yeah.
okay.
You enjoy your day.
So was that a yes to the tea party? As you see, Facade has already got like a kettle, like the size of his body.
Um, yeah, I'm gonna go search the lab for anything useful I can do down there. But yeah, but why don't we do that down there?
He goes, Hansy, quick, get the really cool napkins. You, broom skeleton, get the table set up. And then you just see the broom skeleton just drops the broom and then just starts shuffling over to a closet. All right, when you come back up, we're gonna have a tea party. You're gonna love it.
Hey, great. Yeah, let's go down to the lab. I haven't been down there, and well, as a player I've never been
You've
down
never
there.
been down there yet.
As Violet, she probably hasn't been down there in quite a long
She
time.
hasn't been down there since she left the material plane, actually.
At least,
Yeah.
probably longer.
Yeah, absolutely. So here in the lab, it's interesting. So for a necromancer, a laboratory is more like it's
A
sort of like
morgue.
it's sort of like a mortician's what's it called? Not so much a morgue. What the hell is that place called? What the hell is the It's sort of like an embalming room.
Mm,
But for a necromancer, because they can do things from resurrecting cadavers to just skeletons to summoning spirits, things of that nature, they don't really like they usually leave the cadaver maintenance to people like Serena at Stiffs and Boards, who prep bodies, while they can do things with like handle skeletons and spirits of that nature. A lot of the a lot of the equipment here is actually like dusty ancient tomes of arcane origins, some medical books, some books about different herbs and things of that nature, like medicinal herbs. You have like this. You have like this extensive alchemist set that's like displayed on the table, and then you have another table that is just that seems to be used as like a personal study, as there are stacks of books on one end. There's a quill. There's like parchment on the table that's been held down by pieces of paperweights, things of that nature. And you also see various jars that are filled with a pickling solution and that hold various body parts or like specimens in it. Like one of them's got one of them's got like a set of eyeballs in it. Another one has like a well-preserved lizard inside of it. Another one has like a well-preserved heart in it. Like it looks like a horror movie lab, but like this is clearly like, but they're not like building like homunculuses in here or anything like that. It's just more like this is a dude who has a very particular set of skills, and these are the displays of his tools and his personal proclivities.
Yeah, I could I make some nasty poisons in here?
You can
maybe?
absolutely use this as a poisoner's like lab if you really wanted to. Yes.
Okay, that will be incredibly helpful to think about over the next day or a couple of downtime.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, though right now, I had an idea if I could borrow a zombie or skeleton.
You have a catalog that's on the table that you are able to peruse. Whether or not you are capable of conjuring said skeletons or zombies is based on how proficient you are with necromantic arts.
We'll see.
It will be entertaining. Um,
Violet has never created an undead before, but
right, like this is where I'm like, this will be interesting. Let's see how this plays out.
yeah,
Before I get crazy, do you have the conjuration spell summon undead?
yes,
You do. Okay. Um, can you just?
which she has done
She
once
has done
before.
in the heat of combat.
Yes.
Yes. Let me see if it's the same spell that I'm thinking of. Because I know there's another.
Summon undead is different from create undead.
Yeah, if I remember.
Because summon undead is the Tasha's that only lasts an hour, and it creates like a stat block that you can use.
Yeah. Okay. So I am thinking of create undead.
Yeah, create undead
Okay.
is different. I do not have that.
It's a higher level. So here's what I'm gonna have you
Yeah.
do. If you wish to just conjure up, because technically you can summon a skeleton, because there is
Yeah.
there's skeletal undead spirit that you conjure forth with summon undead.
Mhm.
So I can give that one to you just as is. If you want to summon, or if you want to conjure a more prominent undead, that one will have to be, we're effectively doing an arcana check to see if you could sort of go beyond what your magical limitations are.
Not necessarily conjure is what I'm looking for. I'm more looking for or well, I'm not looking for necessarily stronger. I'm looking for more long lasting, one that won't immediately dissipate after an hour or so.
Yeah, then that one would definitely have to be a conjure undead, because they can they can last for 24 hours.
Right.
So, yeah, so if you want to try to push past your limitations, it would be it would be a difficult arcana check.
I do have access to what I'm assuming are not necessarily scrolls, but like
You do have access to
books,
tomes and things of that nature.
tomes and books,
yes.
which would have information on how to do that ritual ideas.
Yeah, so like I said, like you have the like it's going to be a difficult arcana check because like I said, you are pushing past what your magical capacity to cast magic is in
Yeah.
order to do something that you wish to achieve. I'm not going to tell you you can't do it. I'm just going to say the DC is going to be pretty high, and I will and I will alter it depending on what you do in preparation for the ritual itself.
Hmm.
Because you have basically all the tools you need to perform the said ritual.
Yeah. Besides the actual magical.
Right. You just lack the magical aptitude to do it right now.
Yes. Actually, I have a different idea for what I could be doing down here.
Okay.
I would like to search through the various tomes down here to see if I can't find the ritual that created Violet.
Ooh, okay, that's going to be an investigation check.
Yes. God damn it. 8.
As you begin to search through all these tomes of ancient arcane necromantic magics and things of that nature, you come across a few rituals that you already knew about, like summoning ghouls, skeletons, spirits, and the like, but nothing that sort of relates to the true nature of resurrection that you've experienced, that your existence is made out of. It seems that wherever this book may be, it's certainly not in the laboratory.
Might be in his personal spell book.
Was there anything else you wish to do here in the laboratory?
Not immediately that I would have time for. There's tea upstairs, which
Yeah.
doesn't take very long.
You hear Facade, Violet! Violet, the tea's ready! We're using nightshades!
You know what? Sure. We're the only people in the world who probably don't care.
Yeah, probably.
Facade, can you drink tea, actually?
I don't know. We're about to find out.
You didn't want to test it on something that wasn't poisonous first?
Wait, nightshades are poisonous?
Pretty sure, aren't they? I'm pretty sure they're, at the very least, not fit for consumption.
We should probably look at the herbology books before we start brewing more tea, because this is a full pot of nightshade.
Oh.
Like, this is a lot of nightshade.
Where'd you even...
Huh.
I mean... If it is poisonous, then I can use it. So it's not gone to waste.
Oh yeah, no, we got a whole stockpile of nightshades. We just grabbed the ones that were like expected to expire within a week. So
Yeah.
yeah, so we used the dried nightshades here.
Yeah, we stock mostly poisonous herbs in the, like... Why do we do that? We don't sell them.
No, we use them. We do, but we sell the completed products.
Yeah. That can't be legal.
No, we got the where is it? He pulls up his books. Like, no, see, look, we got the documents for it.
For selling poison?
Well, yeah, but like like small scale poisons. Like we can't sell in like batches. We can only sell it like like on demand sort of things. And that's why, like we can't sell anything more than what could potentially kill an adult.
The amount of things you can do legally in this city is astounding.
Oh man, the amount of things we could do legally in this country is astounding.
Yeah.
But hey, if it can make a gold coin.
It's on brand. I'll pour myself a glass of nightshade tea. Or a mug of nightshade tea.
Sure. Alrighty. I'm gonna just cut it there, and then we're actually gonna go ahead and I'm going to ask you guys, because I'm basically treating this as just like an extended long rest because you guys have needed this break for a while. So everybody take a long rest, recover all your stuff. But I'm going to treat this as a week-long rest. So, if there's anything that you guys want to prepare, purchase, basically prepare yourselves for the coming adventures that you guys will be going on, now is the time to do it. So, for
Violet is going to spend a lot of time in the lab, like basically making poisons with whatever is there.
yeah, absolutely.
And also maybe doing some extra searching just in case she missed stuff the first time.
Okay. What about Millennia
In
and
the
Vesper?
tomes.
There's a couple things I want to get. Specifically if we're like going out into the desert and stuff. If I can find it anyway.
Sure. Depends on what you're trying to find.
Well, first would be bracers of defense.
Okay.
Would be nice. And then second would be a decanter of endless water.
Okay.
Those are the two things that I can think of right now.
Alrighty. Let me see. I have a thing. Or at least I thought I did. Hold on a second. It's in one of my discords. Ugh, problem of having like 40 discords you're on. I have to remember which one has it. But I have a shop that that may have what you're looking for, among other things.
Ooh.
So I just have to pull it up real fast. And then
Yeah, because I have like 700 gold, and it's burning a hole in my pocket.
yeah, it's just weighing you down, like So we'll say it's city. And then I'll move that. And then still looking for it. I apologize.
Oh, you're fine.
But like I said, it's a whole week's worth of time. So it's like but while I'm looking for this, this link to the shop that I had, Visper, was there anything you wanted to do for the week of rest?
All right. I have a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember because it's been a while. I don't know. Has Bobbit been delivered to me yet?
During the week, I will say that Bobbit has been teleported to Blasphatan, and it is currently residing at the orphanage with the children because it's the only place big
All
enough.
I'll probably have to like actually make a pin for him and also get a thing that allows me to write on him. I'll
Okay.
mostly be doing that.
Okay, let me. That's a pretty good one. I like that one. Yes, I can. Awesome. Okay, okay. So let's see. That's Oh, I see. They're still trying to fix that bug. Darn it. Oh, okay, that's fine.
Oh.
It's not too bad, so let me just yeah, okay. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm sending you guys a link to the shop that that you guys find here in Blasphatan. It's called Solutions and Answers.
That's great.
It's a fantastic. It's great. You guys can click that shop. And, yeah. So there's a bug currently on the website that they're fixing, where the values of certain magic items are completely off.
I see that.
Yes. So I was like, let me just double check to make sure. So the decanter of endless water should be much cheaper than that, clearly. And then I believe it should have braces of defense. Yeah, braces of
Yeah,
defense
there's
should be there.
6,000 gold.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, so yeah, so the numbers are a little off. Some
Yeah.
of them have been like, so one of the bugs is that they'll just add an extra 0 to the value of
Okay.
the item. Another bug is that certain magic items that are considered game changing have astronomically large numbers, and that's why we have to do like markdown prices and things of that nature. But
I
they
see.
still also have it. But all items are getting an extra 0 added to their values, or at least some of them are. So like more of the
Okay.
like the high end magic items. So the braces of defense are actually 600, where
Okay.
the decanter of endless water shouldn't be 135,000 gold. Let me get an actual better estimated value for it. So that way we can do some resource management.
Christ, I had a heart attack.
When you saw that, you're like, oh, it's ugh! I was like, I understand. That's why I told you now.
Yep, no, I appreciate it.
I wanted to like buffer that as soon as possible. Okay, so let me see here. Okay, so if we go off of this chart, we're looking at about here we go. Okay, so there's about okay, cool. So, given the nature of the environment, a decanter of endless water is actually more expensive than it should be, relatively speaking.
Okay.
But it's still not 135,000. Okay, so I'm going to set the decanter of endless water to be a little bit higher up there. So it's going to be so versus defense is 600. Is that right? That doesn't feel right. Oh no, that's right. That's right. All right, cool. So I'm going to treat a decanter of endless water here in Abukanasta as a rare and higher item instead of an uncommon
Okay.
item. So it's also going to be 600 for the decanter of
Ah.
endless water.
Okay.
And then everything else here should relatively be priced correctly. If something seems off, let me know, because I haven't found all the items that are marked incorrectly. Like the Lantern of Revealing should not be 5,000, that should be 500. Solutions and Answers is a phenomenal name for a shop, though.
It is.
That was a random name generated shop, and I'm like, yes.
Well, now I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place.
welcome to buying. And then so Visper, you said you wanted a a saddle for?
Yeah.
Okay.
A saddle for Bobbit, and also try to like find a place for him to where he can sleep.
He sleeps at
I
the
know that was the main issue.
he sleeps outside in front of the orphanage.
I
It's
mean, I
actually
guess that works.
he's pretty good with the kids. I also rolled for the kids animal handling, and they treat him, and like they're surprisingly better at
I need to get those stats up.
it. And then Violet, if you want to start rolling for your poisons, are you building your poison bombs, or are you just concocting poisons in general?
I'm gonna do a bit of both,
Okay.
probably.
All right, cool. I would say, because you're using an actual like full blown lab, I'm going to reduce the complexity DC modifier for everything by 1 on that chart that I gave you.
Yeah, I need to find that again. Did we pin it?
I don't know if we pinned it, but I can
No.
create. Okay, then I'll just make
Aha, here it is.
You found it? Cool.
Yeah, it wasn't too far up.
Good. Then I'll pin it for you. Perfect. Yeah, so all those
Okay.
are going to be reduced by 1, for the purposes of, since you have a full blown lab to work with now.
Right. And it starts at 10, right?
And it's a base 10. Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to just go on the idea that I can do my poison or feed crafting once per day.
Yes.
So I get 7 opportunities.
Yes. Okay. And then while I'm doing this, I am looking for a. I'm gonna have to custom build a price for your saddle, Visper, uh because it's such an odd creature.
All right.
Oh, perfect. They have one. It's called exotic. That's I'm gonna have to increase that price though, because that's a little bit more than um. um yeah, I'll do that. Okay, um, so I'm gonna say this is gonna cost you 75 gold. It's 60 gold for a normal exotic saddle, but I'm gonna make it 75 because I have to accommodate for the fact that it is a land shark and not and because technically exotic saddles are for riding any aquatic or flying mount, but it's the only saddle that makes the most sense when you're trying to drive a bullet.
All right.
Okay,
75? No
75 gold.
problem.
Okay. Yeah, so you just write down so look up in the inventory manager, look up a saddle, and then you'll find saddle exotic, and then you're gonna add that to your inventory. You're gonna add a note, and or you're gonna change the name to modified, so that way so that way you can ride Bobbit.
All right. Let me try to. Is this up?
Do you need a hand finding it, or you got it?
I think I might need a hand.
Okay, cool. So I'll go into your character sheet. So, on the right hand side, you see your inventory.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're gonna click inventory. You're gonna click manage inventory.
Yep.
Okay, filter. You're gonna type in saddle, and then it should be the top one. It says saddle exotic. Do you see it?
No, I don't.
When you when you're in the okay, so you typed in, so you're in the filter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you type in saddle correctly? It's with 2 Ds.
Oh, gotcha.
There it is. Okay, so you
The
should
first
see.
one, exotic.
Yep. You're just gonna click add.
Mhm.
Okay, and then you're gonna click, and then you're gonna go into your inventory, and you're going to click on saddle, and then there should be an option
Yep.
for you to customize, and
Got
then
it.
it types, and it's the starting one that says name. You're just gonna write modified exotic saddle, and then underneath that you're gonna write down in your notes, um, designed to be used with bobbit. Okay.
I got it.
Perfect. All right. You now have a saddle designed for bobbit.
Ooh.
And it took them the whole week to craft it, which makes sense.
What was the roll I do for poison again? Is it
It is going to be a D20 plus your proficiency bonus plus your intelligence, nature, or wisdom.
okay? Right, and then I get that proficiency again because of
Because of the because you're
Because
wearing
of
your
the mask.
equipment. Yep. So it's double your proficiency.
it's
Frog, have you come
14.
to a decision?
Yeah, I bought the decanter of endless water.
Alrighty. So go ahead and add that to your inventory.
Yep, it was better for the party.
We appreciate you.
Yep. And then I wondered if this is purely for aesthetic.
Mhm.
You know those like demon samurai masks?
Yeah.
Where this
Like the
covers the
Oni
mouth?
masks? Yeah.
Yeah. Just the one that covers the mouth part.
Okay.
I was wondering if I could get that one shaped like a wolf. Like a wolf snout.
That's not something typically done. Like that's like
I know. I was just like I was wondering if there was like a craftsman who could look into the design of that.
roll an investigation.
Okay.
Let's just see if you can find somebody who's brave enough to take that commission.
+1, let's go. It's a 13.
Okay, on a 13, I would say that you do manage to find a craftsman who might be willing to take on the commission.
Okay.
They'll have to so are you looking for a metal plate mask sort of deal, or are you just looking for like something in the shape of?
It'd be a metal plate mask.
So it'd be a metal. Okay, cool. So
Yeah.
in that case, yeah. So yeah, they will take on the commission.
Okay. How much?
Right, that is the thing. They have to procure the materials themselves, and then they'll have to craft it. Do you already have a blueprint on hand, or do you have like specific beyond just I need this to look like a wolf's snout?
uh, I do. I will put it in.
Yeah, if you got an image for me, that'd be fantastic.
Yep, I do. Give me 1 second.
Like, you got an image for me, that would be fantastic.
I will just put it in the tab.
Yeah, just okay. One of those. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, that shouldn't be too hard to do. He says that
Okay.
he might just need some time to like work shape it so that way it fits you and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He'll do the commission and then he'll charge you after the commission's complete.
Okay.
Um,
how much does his normal work go for? Because I only have 100 gold right now.
Yeah, he says that looking at this, he could probably do it for it. It doesn't seem like it's going to cost him that much material wise.
Right.
He said he could probably do it for 50, 75 if he's pushing it,
Okay.
depending
Sounds
on how
good.
long. Yeah, depending on how long he it takes for him to get the design right.
Yep. Understandable.
But
And I still have.
was there anything else you'd like to do during that time?
No, I think most of that time was just tracking down somebody who could do that,
Mm-hmm.
and then just testing out the flask of endless water on random shit.
Stream floods the streets. That's just how I imagine it.
Yep.
Oh, it only produces a gallon of water. Never mind.
Yeah,
Geyser
no, it would be like
floods the
geyser.
streets. 30-foot long, 1-foot wide geyser of water just.
I am a nuisance. Actually, you know what? It would probably be like one of those days where the fire hydrant breaks
Yeah,
and all the
exactly.
kids come rushing out and just like play in the water a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Guys, I'm a waterbender. Geyser! Goosh! Just takes a dude out at the knees. That'd be so funny.
Perfect. Just let me know how much that mask ends up costing after it's done.
Yeah, no problem. Let me see. I'm actually gonna roll for it. So,
Okay.
let's just. I'm rolling for each day of work to see how his progress is. Ugh, that was a bad day. All right. Another bad day. So... Wow. Okay, more good days than bad. Yeah. So, so yeah. By the so when you come back at the end of the week, he had he showed you all of like the faulty models that he had to smelt back down eventually.
Yeah.
But he does have a complete one, and yeah, and he says that this is I'm gonna meet you in the middle. Let's go 65.
Sounds good to me. Shake his hand out and hand him the gold.
Perfect. So yeah, so you now have a really cool mask.
Yeah.
You can just add that to your custom items.
All right.
How are you doing on those rolls, Violet?
I'm recording them in a message that I'm going to send to you later.
Okay, perfect.
Here. So that's what I'm doing right now.
All right, cool, perfect. And then Visper, was there anything else you wanted to do for this week besides buy a saddle for Bobbit?
Maybe do that training thing.
You want to go see your aunt?
Yep.
Cool. So Visper, you make your way to a seedy part of town. Like that's the best way to describe it. To a seedy part of town. But you follow the instructions that were that your dad had sent to you that were left by your aunt, Madame Nadine. And you come to a place known as the Desert Lotus. It's this very large building that that upon first glance you could swear it was a spa. Like if you looked at it from any other angle, it looks like a spa. When you enter, first off, do you know what a bordello is? Visper?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Yeah, I think my computer just crashed for a sec there.
You're good.
Cool.
But do you know what a
But
bordello
I
is?
said no.
Okay. Do you know what a brothel is?
I heard of it before, I just can't remember what it means.
Okay, so a brothel is a whorehouse. Like I'm just gonna cut straight to it. There's no way to mask this better than what I'm saying. So it's a whorehouse. It's where people go to buy women for sex. And
Right to the point.
yeah, straight to the point. So yeah, so a whorehouse is a brothel. A brothel is a bordello. Bordello just sounds way nicer. So yeah, so this is your aunt's bordello. She is the madam of the bordello, which means she is the owner and head lady of the. She makes sure all the girls are safe. That's her job. She's the owner. She's the proprietor of the Desert Lotus, but she also is like the one who protects the girls. Usually, but you come across this like rather large like orc man who is guarding the doors, and he just looks down at you because he's way bigger than you.
Hello. Um, I come to see my aunt. Can you let me in, please?
His arms are crossed, and he gives you a cocked eye, and he goes, "Who's the aunt?"
Oh,
Her name is Madame
I
Nadine.
oh, madam. I generally forgot the name for a second there. I'm not gonna lie.
I love that this is just an actual character quirk where Visper under pressure just forgets people. Like under any amount of duress, Visper forgets everything. What a wonderful character quirk. No. He goes, and then he like leans down to get a better look at you. You don't look like the madam.
Um, that's because it's my dad's sister. So I kind of look more like my dad, and I just realized today that she was kind of my sister. But you don't want to probably not my sister, my aunt. But you probably don't want to hear all about that. But she said to come here because she wanted to train me on some things, and there you go. Yay! Have some rose petals.
You just toss rose petals in his face. He kind of like leans back up and he just watches the petals cascade back down to the ground. Wait here. And then he like,
All right.
and then he opens the door and then closes it behind him. You wait there for what feels about 5 minutes of just being outside in front of a bordello in an empty street before before you hear the door open up and he goes, "All right, come on in."
Thank you, kind gentlemen.
As soon as you step into the bordello, you are immediately assaulted by this rather strong, is the best way to put it, rather strong smell of perfume and incense. Uh, that just kind of like us, just kind of like gets you right there. Like you were, it's a lot to take in. And he closes the door behind you as he stands there and he blocks the door. You see that there is this half elven woman who's at the front who's at the front desk, and she seems to be working on something, and then she looks up and she goes, "Oh, are you the madam's niece?"
Yes.
"Okay, here's what you're gonna do, sweetie." And then she like leans over Well, she like leans over seductively, and then she just goes, "You're gonna go ahead. You're gonna go down the main hall, okay? And then you're gonna take the elevator to the third floor, and then you're going to just as soon as the elevator opens up, you should be right there, okay?
All right. Thank you.
All right, and don't go into any doors that are unlocked."
Okay, I'll definitely make note of that.
All right. Off you go, sweetie. And then she just kind of like leans back up and continues writing on something. Um, as you begin to walk through the bordello, you start to you notice what she means by like don't go into any doors that are unlocked because they're all opened, right? But there's usually like these goodness me, this is going to be so weird to talk about because I don't know if a 16-year-old understands this concept. Have you ever been to a person's house and they had like beads over the door?
Yes.
All right, cool. So good. I'm not old. Okay, so I'm not too old. But this is an outdated concept. All right, so like some of the doors have like these giant like chains of beads over the doors. You hear various kinds of instruments playing off into the background. You see and if they don't have beads, they have like this beautiful like silk drapery that kind of very loosely provides a silhouette of what's inside. Um and then once you get past like this small hallway, it opens up into this large main room where you see this where you see these what are they called? Hookahs. That's what they're called. I'm gonna have to ask a really dumb question. Do you know what a hookah is?
Yes. I do.
Cool. Awesome. Wow. Why do you know that? But that's okay. It doesn't matter. Just... So you see these hookah stations at either end of the room, and then you see there's like a group of girls, and they seem to be fluffing the pillows, cleaning the hookah station, setting up the hookah, things of that nature. But they are all scantily dressed, save for like maybe two, maybe three of the girls, and they're all of different races, different heights, different sizes. But they do glance over to you occasionally as they're cleaning before they go back to their business, and you can just hear them giggling to each other. Uh, Past this main room, you make your way to the elevator that's at the end of the hall. There was a couple more rooms, but they were all locked, so you don't know what's inside of those. But you make your way to the elevator, and then inside you see this very tall, very handsome, elvish man. He's got these long, blonde locks that are tied up neatly in a ponytail, and he's wearing he looks like a Chippendale dancer. Like he's got no shirt on, but he's wearing pants and a bow tie. And he's just sitting there in the elevator, and he goes, hi.
Hello.
Are you new? Or...
I'm just here to see my aunt.
Okay, oh, you're the niece. Okay, hold on. And he pushes the third button. He goes, all right, cool. I'm gonna go. Pleasure meeting you, niece. And then he just kind of like steps out of the elevator. Bye. And he just kind of like walks away as the elevator closes shut.
Oh god.
The sound of like you don't hear any music for the two floors that you go up, but then when you open up, immediately the sound of like three bards playing a rather soothing, like, technically jazz hasn't been created, but they're totally playing a jazz song. Just as you enter, and then you see at this very large table, you see this intricate stained glass window that's in the shape of a lotus, which you recognize as the symbol of the bordello, and you see your now recognizable aunt standing in front of the mirror, or not in front of the mirror, standing in front of the window, with her back turned to you. And then she looks over and she goes, "Ah, sweetie, you're here. Please take a seat."
Hello, hi.
You must be famished. Are you hungry? You need anything to drink?
Do you have tea?
Yes, of course. Um, she snaps her fingers and like two um male elf Chippendale dancers. I don't really know how else to describe them. It's just walk out with a tray and a pitcher. This tray has a small little like snack crackers, like tea crackers, right? And then the other guy brings a pitcher, what looks to be this very vibrantly colored uh, tea that has that is like these purple flower petals inside of it, and it has sort of like this violet coloration. She goes, this is an imported tea. This is called hibiscus tea, and these crackers. Well, I don't really know what they're called, but they are divine. I recommend you try them with your tea.
Alright. Thank you.
As one of the Chippendales pours you a cup of tea, and you kind of nibble on the crackers and enjoy yourself. She sits down in her chair and she kind of like waves the boys away, and she goes, "So, I take it you're here because you're taking up my offer to help you train your magic and kind of get you up to speed on a lot of things."
Yep. That's exactly why I'm here.
Good, good. Just for context, I don't believe I actually ever fully described Dame or Madame Nadine. I believe I wrongly called her that she was human in the
No,
last
you said
episode.
feline.
I said feline.
She,
Yeah.
Okay,
she
good.
would be human, wouldn't she? Because Damien's human.
Damien's half elf.
Damien is a half elf.
Damien is half elf. Yes.
Oh.
He just has more human features. But I did call her a feline. So that's
Yep.
probably also another reason why you're so confused. Is because she is a feline. Yeah, for all intents and purposes. Um, so you're probably confused as to why she's your aunt. A lot of your family on your father's side is quite exotic. Um, and she goes, "All right, well, so what we can do here is that," and then she kind of just like goes over like what she can offer you in terms of training. She basically is she's giving you a safe space to practice your spell casting, and that she is able to sort of better control your magical surges to prevent you from blowing yourself up, for example.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
she
would absolutely love to not do that.
Yeah, so she's basically saying that you can come to the bordello during the day, to because that's when the bordello isn't open, to practice your spell casting, get a better grip on on your magic, and she may even be able to teach you a few new spells, um, along the way, uh, should you wish it.
Alright. That sounds amazing, actually.
Cool. So would you like to spend, on top of getting the saddle, would you like to spend the week training with your aunt?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Uh, so then, with that in mind, Violet, how did those rolls go?
I just sent a large message to you. I got a lot of stuff.
Okay,
And I failed a couple things.
Okay, just give me a minute.
Yeah.
And then I thought of one more thing I'd like to actually do.
Yeah. What would you like to do?
I would like to kind of poke around and see if anyone has come across a group with the mark of my old clan, if they're just in town.
Mm. Roll an investigation.
Okay. That's a 3.
On a 3, um,
Nice.
as you kind of like talk around and you're just like, hey, do you recognize the symbol? Hey, have you seen anybody with the symbol? Is that nature? You come up empty.
Yeah.
Whether or not how Millennia interprets that to be for weal or woe is up for
Yeah.
debate. Um,
It's like two things are going through your mind. Either, hey, I haven't been found yet, which is good, or two, oh shit, they're probably just hiding and just stalking me at this point.
yeah,
So now she's like extra like, fuck.
right. Okay. All right. So I was also reading over Mafia's things. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Mafia is good to go on that. Okay. Well then, just to double check, all of you did take long rests.
Yep.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Uh, I'm actually, because this was supposed to be this was supposed to be a cooldown episode. This was supposed to
Yeah.
be a way for us to kind of get everybody up to speed, get the stuff that you guys wanted. And I would like to have Scorb and Ember also participate on that. So I'm going to say that this is a good point where we can just call it here. You're getting training, you're doing investigations, you're crafting, you're buying items. This is a good like just a chill 2 hours to just kind of like, hey, this is where we're at. What do we do? Like and
Yeah. for sure.
kind of reorganize your thoughts. So I think this is a good spot to end it here. So with that in mind, thank you guys so much for joining us here for Sand and Shadow once again. This episode should be, as long as nothing happens to me, knocking on wood, or I'm just not having a bad day. This episode should be on YouTube by Wednesday. If you guys want, you can check out my socials right there, where you have access to my YouTube, my Twitter, or things of that nature. Hey, if you guys aren't already, go ahead and check out the Discord. We sometimes hang out there. I've been trying. It's very hard to keep track of 40 Discords. But yeah, if you guys want to hang out with me further on, you come on over, join the Discord chat. That'd be really awesome. That's gonna be it for me, guys. Did you guys have any plans for this week, or are you just vibing?
I'll probably be playing Alan Wake at some point during this week. I've been streaming that last week too, and the week before.
Okay, no problem. What about you, Lemmy? You got any big plans for this week? Are you still streaming? I don't remember.
I have a hiatus for streaming now, but I don't have any plans at all.
Gotcha. Alrighty, and then sadly, Mafia is away for the time being, but I believe they're also on a break for streaming as well. That's gonna be it from us, guys. Thank you so much. Remember to stay hydrated, get yourself a meal, sleep well, and we love you. Till next time. Bye for now.
Bye bye.